अमित जी, पर यही संदेश शायद आप बाकी पाठशालों में भी कहना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि हर एक पाठशाला पूरे देश में किसी न किसी तरह पर्यावरण के बारे में सोच सकते हैं।
सबको सोचना चाहिए। और जैसा कि मैं अभी कहता रहा हूँ, यहाँ की जो हाउसिंग सोसाइटी, विजयनगर हाउसिंग सोसाइटी, एक बहुत अच्छा एक उदाहरण बन गया है। इसी तरह अगर हम किसी एक स्कूल को लेकर के उसे उदाहरण बनाते हैं और दूसरों को उनको प्रेरणा देने के लिए, उनको इंस्पायर करने के लिए उनकी बातों को बाकी स्कूलों में भी पहुँचाएँ, तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि बाकी स्कूल जो हैं वो भी इनको सुनेंगे। दे विल गेट इंस्पायर्ड बाय इट एंड वांट टू कॉपी देम। आई वुड ऑल्सो wonder if we can have some kind of a competition between housing societies. You compete with another housing society. Our society is cleaner than yours, and you have an award for it. So everybody gets more involved and interested in winning that competition. So you make it look like a sports initiative, but actually they're working for the environment.
We are, sir. We actually have a competition going on for our urban local bodies, the councils and the corporations, but this is a great idea.
Yeah.
We will also have this on board, and we will have like I said, I'm going to go back to my chief minister with all these ideas, but I feel confident that very soon we will have a competition wherein the awards are given by the state government for the best zero waste society.
Yeah.
And we've just started a competition for schools also where they can work on some
Absolutely,
of these areas.
yeah.
So that's always a great idea. Paul, if I can just get you in on your thoughts on what can be done, solid waste management in particular, and then I'm going to come to some other schools and societies in other parts of the country. We are right beneath the flight path, but okay, why don't you carry on?
Yeah, sure, I'm happy to give my input. I think a lot has been said already. I feel like the outcome is essential, but also the process and the approach by which we get there. And so just as we've seen today, a bottoms-up approach, a community-led group approach of getting all the self-help groups involved, a ward-by-ward approach of really ensuring that the behavior change is happening, the mindsets are being changed in the people, and systematically addressing waste management. It's a huge issue, but I think if we bring together the collective whole, I think we can really make a difference. I think the private sector has a big part to play. We've seen interesting initiatives around CSR marketplaces. It's not about just the brand of a company, but it's about sustainability. It's about monitoring and evaluating, a constant cycle of ensuring that these changes are being made on the ground. And so I think it's a holistic approach to this.
Yeah, he talked about the private sector getting involved, and we have wonderful example of the company Mahindra's, who have put up this the Mahindra World City. Vikram, would you just like to introduce?
If we can, let's go across to the Mahindra World City. One of the
This
first.
is in Chennai, and they've actually integrated business with waste segregation and other things, and mainly done a lot of work where they have recycled. They are now almost garbage-free, food wastage-free city. That's fantastic.
Right. Can we just go across there to the Mahindra World City in Chennai? And it's not, we'll just go across to that in a couple of minutes as soon as that's ready. While we wait for that to happen, talking about competitions, you and Ernst & Young and others have been working together with, I'll be on a hygiene index, which essentially also creates a certain amount of competition between cities to see which of them is the most hygienic and the clean.
Right.
How is that working out, and what are the lessons you're finding and what cities can do to compete with each other?
Yeah, before you say that, just wait for the aircraft.
Separately with it.
I did have a look at the statistics that were prepared, and I found that, New Delhi and Pune are right ahead.
Right.
And I felt somewhat sad that Mumbai was nowhere there in the thing. I think this is the kind of thing that inspires people to work harder in each city. So if you are going to be preparing these statistics, Vikram, I think that they should be let out into the public and say, Delhi is doing better than Mumbai, what are you doing to get up there?
Don't just compete in the IPL, don't just compete in the Kabaddi League, start competing in hygiene.
Yes.
Exactly. So I think, this is a great initiative, which is a public-private initiative with RB, USAID, EY and NDTV. And when we started the initiative, we realized two things. One is that if we don't measure, we really don't know where we stand. So first example is everybody wants to be Swachh, everybody wants to do a good thing. intentions are good, we have funding, but we really don't know what to do and where we stand. So the first, what HI did is it looked at all the factors necessary to go up to a certain ranking. And the second thing is what Amit ji you said about competition. At the end of the day, in a race, you imagine if a person runs alone, I am sure he will or she will run 30% slower than if there are 10 other people running along. I think that's the philosophy, that measure everything that we need to do to improve, and then also get some kind of a competition. At the end, you are right. I mean, I was also sad that Mumbai is not there, though I would say Mumbai is a little bit tougher maybe, but at the same time, why not? I mean,
okay. If I could just spend 5 minutes in looking at the extent of the problem when it comes to solid waste, and I want to get all of our experts in on this question. Is it at this point a crisis? We all knew that open defecation was like a crisis because a large part of the country was practicing open defecation. Waste and solid waste lying around is not sometimes seen as a crisis of the same magnitude, although it could be. With 1 lakh tons of solid waste piling up, on a daily basis, it is going to become a crisis. Landfills are being filled up. You're seeing plastic lying everywhere. We have Gau Rakshaks get so agitated about every time there's a case of a cow being killed, and that they should be agitated. But if you think of the number of cows who die agonizing deaths every single day by eating plastic waste from garbage, it is something that should be causing a lot of us distress. So I just wanted to ask each of you, how serious is the problem and how massive is it? How will it run out of control? Amit ji, let me get your thoughts first on this.
One of the things that we did as a campaign, we talked about it. I did many campaigns towards open defecation. I hope that they've been, at least seen and visualized, and hope to be successful. But again, we can keep doing any number of campaigns, but I think somewhere there has to be a personal contact with people, communities talking, and I keep coming back to this society and keep complimenting them, because you have no idea what a wonderful example you're setting for the rest of the country. And when collectively we think towards one single aim, then we are going to be able to achieve something. So if it's something like solid waste, we need to not just educate them through campaigns, but I think individually, psychologically,
reach out and
we need to keep talking to them.
And one of the ways of doing that is, I think, to also let people know the extent of the problem. It is a serious issue.
Oh, yes.
It is a serious issue.
So if there's been a cleanliness drive, for example, and you've cleaned up a street, I think it's not only the responsibility of the agencies to clean up the street, but the people who live on the street to make sure that it remains clean. And when they see somebody, messing it up, they should go personally and stop him or prevent him from doing it, and not wait for any government agency or organization to come and clean it up or build up a campaign. Some kind of personal interaction has to happen. Psychologically, as one of the students rightly said, and I'm quite amazed that he thought about it, that our basic nature is, to collect garbage and not worry about the neighbor or whatever it is. Things like global warming and environmental activities are words that don't affect us. Well, why not? I mean, I think when you hear a student talking like that, you want to get inspired by that.
Okay. I am going to come back to all our the experts, but before that, if you can just go across to the Mahindra World City in Chennai, one of the first cities where actually waste segregation is practiced in every residential project. Red, green, blue bins are used to collect different types of waste. If I can just come across and ask, what is the steps that are being taken out here and how they're being rolled out successfully all through the city?
And, to have a food waste-free city, the kind of activities that your city is doing, it's quite remarkable. And one of the reasons why we're talking to you today is, of course, to be able to propagate what you're doing to the rest of the country and to have several other examples like yourself all over the country. Thank you so much. How did you actually decide to do what you want to do? I know that collecting wastewater and recycling it for usage again is also being practiced here where we are at the Housing Society. मुझे ऐसा लगा था कि जहाँ हम रहते हैं, अगर 10 गज के दायरे में उसे हम स्वयं साफ रखें, जितने भी लोग शहर में रहते हैं, जहाँ भी रहते हैं, वो अगर अपने दायरे को 10 गज साफ रखें, इस तरह पूरा शहर जो है वो साफ दिखने लगेगा। तो मैं एक बार फिर आग्रह करूँगा कि जहाँ कहीं भी आप रहते हों, आसपास के वातावरण में जहाँ कहीं भी हों आप, जहाँ आप रहते हैं, जिस घर में रहते हैं, जिस अपार्टमेंट में रहते हैं, 10 गज ज़मीन अगर आपके आसपास उसे आप साफ़ कर रखें, तो आप ही की तरह और लोग भी इसे अगर साफ़ रहेंगे तो पूरा जो शहर है वो एकदम साफ़ दिखने लगेगा। यही मेरा आग्रह है और यही मेरा एक बार फिर निमंत्रण है आप सब लोगों को कि इस तरह कीजिए ताकि हम आप लोगों के बारे में ऐसे कार्यक्रमों में बात कर सकें और उदाहरण दे सकें बाकी देश के लिए। Banega Swachh India campaign, as you all know, we've been here since morning at this wonderful society, Vijayanagar Society in Mumbai, and complementing the wonderful work that they've been doing for the environment. We've also discussed here through this panel the kind of interest that children are taking in working towards this very noble cause. And we'd now like to go to another school. We've been to a couple of schools before this. We now want to go to school in Bangalore. This is a Vidyalaya that has enrolled in Green Schools Program Audit 2016 and has been awarded as the best waste manager in the waste management category by the Center for Science and Environment. So can we just go across to the Kendriya Vidyalaya Rail Wheel Factory. This is in Yelahanka in Bengaluru. But I still want to insist that we need to start training and teaching them at a very young age. So even in their educational curriculums, if they can have a period on civics and be taught what civic sense means to a country, to a city, to a society, I think that eventually is taken forward in the days to come. Inculcate that kind of training and thinking at a very, very young age, so that by the time you see others, being involved in open defecation, you have the ability to stop them, and you have the process of trying to explain to them the problems that happen because of this and what they can do with it. Okay. So I would suggest that yes, as a school curriculum, they should have a civic class where these things are taught along with their maths, physics and chemistry. लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हमें उसके बेस में भी जाने की आवश्यकता है। क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? और मैं ऐसा मानता हूँ कि जब तक हम अनुशासित नहीं होंगे, डिसिप्लिन नहीं होंगे, ये चीज़ बढ़ती चली जाएगी। और हम और आप लोग यहाँ बैठ करके डिस्कस करते रहेंगे कि कितनी ये जो समस्या है ये बढ़ती चली जा रही है, और we will try to find ways and means of how to get rid of it. But I think we need to first start at the very base and bring in discipline amongst all of us, amongst all nationals, that by doing something wrong, you are creating a very big wrong. And that wrong is not going to get solved so easily. So let us discipline ourselves first. And this can start from elementary things, which side of the road you need to walk, whether you want to stop at the red light or not, where to cross on the proper zebra crossing. Very simple disciplinary actions which none of us unfortunately seem to follow. And we build this temperament that because it's a carefree kind of an attitude, we are carefree about the environment as well. So I think we need to inculcate some sense of discipline in us so that these problems don't arise. Yes, there are whole kinds of technologies now prevalent to take care of the problem. But what is being done to stop the creation of that problem?
Yeah. And so when it comes to solid waste management, the first question that many people are going to have is, what do we do about it? 4,500 kilograms of waste. Now, that would just be piling up and going into dumps. Actually, that entire garbage, we will continue to hear from people here. But while we are waiting for that, let me just ask Madhu also, who's here from the Pali Hills Residents Society. I believe you're also trying something similar.
Yes, sir, but in a little bit more elaborate manner.
That's really wonderful. I'm really impressed that somebody like you is taking part in this society, in this region where you live. And I hope that people can follow your example in other parts of other societies as well and other suburbs as well. That's what we need. We need inspirational people like you to come and talk about it and see how best it can be used, not just to dispose it off, but to reuse it for something more profitable, more gainful for the environment and for the society as well. Various parts of the country and schools talking about, so professionally about environment and waste management. Do they carry the same philosophy to their homes as well?
To say a final word and also, sir, to encourage people on solid waste management, then you. So I'm going to leave the final word to you.
Well, I'm just truly grateful that all of us have taken part in this program. And every season that we come here, we find a lot of initiatives done by people that are unknown, and it's wonderful to hear these lovely children talking so much about environment. उन सबको मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई, और ये एक तरह से हमारे लिए एक प्रेरणा स्रोत बनता है। तो आज मैं चाहूँगा कि आज से और बल्कि अभी से हम सब ये प्रण लें कि अब केवल हम वादे नहीं बल्कि कर्म भी करेंगे और करते रहेंगे, ताकि आने वाले जो 2 अक्टूबर को हम गर्व से मनाएं राष्ट्रीय स्वच्छता दिवस। और इसके साथ जुड़ने के लिए मेरे जो 10 गज का अभियान है, इसके साथ मिलकर रखेंगे स्वच्छ भारत की नींव। और हमें बताइए, अपने जो विचार हैं उनसे बताइए कि आपने अपने 10 गज के लिए क्या किया। हमें आप लिखिए, ट्वीट कीजिए #मेरे10गज MERA10GUZ, या लॉग ऑन करें ndtv.com/स्वच्छ-इंडिया और अपने 10 गज की कहानियाँ साझा करें। आने वाले राष्ट्रीय स्वच्छता दिवस पर हम दिखाएंगे आपके 10 गज की कहानी। इसलिए हमारे साथ आप जुटे रहिए, क्योंकि हम साथ आएंगे तभी बनेगा स्वच्छ इंडिया। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद विक्रम आपका, and to all of you here for being with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to this wonderful society. Yeah, you're going to do it again. Yes. Yeah.
I think we leave with the societies में काम हो रहा है.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is happening in many more.
आप लोग सब इधर खड़े हो जाइए, आपके साथ हम एक सेल्फी लेंगे। Yeah. Who's going to take a photograph?
सर एक यहाँ से सेल्फी लेते हैं।
Yeah, yeah. Who's taking the selfie? Everybody raise their hands. तुम लो, तुम भी लो, तुम भी लो। Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, everybody. Hey. Everybody raise their hands. Thank you very much. नमस्कार, बस बस बस। ए, लिख नहीं रहा। Yeah. Thank you very much.
सर एक और देंगे सर एक और प्लीज
Thank you very much. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll just